talked to you about your trade the other day. Winnipeg makes a move now. What do
Yeah.
you make of the Western Conference and kind of almost the arms race that's going on already, and how tough that's going to be?
Yeah, it's funny because I was doing an interview with Bonesy when I found out and he found out, I think. Yeah, it's a great trade for him. It's anytime you get quality center like that, you got to get him. So it's a great move by Winnipeg, great move by Vancouver for getting our guy.
How does that kind of add to things here as you're going back? Both of you guys added a player here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you look at Winnipeg as it is, they're a tough team to play against, and you get another 200-foot center, so it's who can take draws. It's the same thing. It's the same kind of chemistry and puzzle that we're trying to do the same thing.
How did it end up that you brought Gretz onto the bench with you?
I did it in St. Louis, and we won, so he called me. No, I mean, anytime you have Wayne Gretzky as your, I don't know if he's an assistant, but yeah, he just loves being around the guys.
What was it like on the bench during games? It looked like you guys were having a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a good time. It was actually kind of, you kind of wonder how guys would try, but I thought it was a competitive game. It was kind of fun. A lot of different. When you don't get to see it live as a coach like Vetrano, I really was impressed with him, like his shot, or Kyle Connor, the way he moves on the ice. It's pretty cool.
What do you think of Kucherov? The crowd seems to be giving it.
He loved it. I mean, I say to Cooch, every hate's a loser, I guess. I mean, a winner. I mean, because the guy's I think he's one of the best. Could be one of the best pressure guys in the game the last 8-9 years. Anytime there's an overtime, anytime there's you got to score a goal, his fingerprints are all over it. So it's I just marvel the way he thinks the game.
What's it going to be for your focus with the Canucks sort of going forward towards the trade deadline and onto the playoff track? What's the agenda? What do you hope to achieve?
For us, it's like short-term goals. We can't think of the big picture. We just think of we're just thinking about, honestly, we play Carolina next. When we start practicing in a couple of days, we'll start thinking of Carolina and go from there. That's the only thing you can tell your players is short-term goals. You can't think long-term. And we're a process guys. I know it's a most word used in hockey, but we're a process team. We got to look at the little things before we even look at the results.
You predicted that Chuck would score.
Yeah, I did.
You ran out of gas in the third one, I guess. Or?
Well, I predicted Pedersen to score, but I guess I meant turnover.
You took over a team mid-season last year. When you look at what Chris Malbrock has done,
Yeah.
how impressed are you by just how quickly he was able to turn things around there?
I didn't know much about him, but I've heard he's a really good, intelligent coach. I really actually like the way he runs the bench on that team. I've been kind of following their team. How can you not follow a team that's won 16 in a row? The way he deploys his lines, and the way just the way their team's playing. It's credit to him, and their whole team. They were playing terrific hockey.
McKinnon was just saying he'd like to see the NHL trade deadline moved up a bit. You guys have obviously made a move. We're seeing moves. It lets guys get into it a bit more with the new team. Is that an idea that has something you'd look to look at?
I agree with him.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even make it 2 months before the season. Like I don't, I like it when it's, I don't want to. You mean move it up like
the trade deadline could be around now versus
100%.
Yeah.
I'm with him. Yeah, I think it would be better for me. That's my vote.
Is that because you want the time to acclimatize the new guys playing in the playoffs, or?
I just feel that, with 2 months left in the season, you should know who your team is, and you have enough time to, if you're going to make a trade. If you can't make it by then, too bad. You have your team. That's the way I look at it.
Throughout your career, you've coached teams all points of the standings. How does your message change when your team is? Are you harder on the guys when they're doing well, or not so when teams are in the middle of the bottom?
Yeah.
What's your philosophy on messaging depending on where you are at the
Well, I think it's important as the coaching staff that our messaging is just like we tell the players is like, you just think, I know it's the cliche, but it's game by game. You can't think of the big picture. We don't even like using the word playoffs. I mean, because we're not in the playoffs. We just look at the game by game, earn your day. It seems to work for me. I just think when you have short-term goals, players kind of can focus better.
Literal, kind of an awkward time to have the trade happen.
Yeah.
But with having you around and some of the other guys, has that been helpful? Because otherwise, it could have been days without him even leaving anybody.
I think it's huge. Instead of seeing him tomorrow in Carolina, I've seen him last 3 days. Got to know him, met his family, met his fiance, his dad. I think that goes a long way, and making him understand how our organization, how we'll take care of him and stuff like that. Acclimate him a little bit to our team. So these 3 days, and being in the setting, more of a kind of a fun setting, I think has helped.